Okay, so you've clicked, so that means you're interested in learning how to filter your data in a spreadsheet. Let me show you how this works. Here is a bunch of data that I've collected on an ice cream interest form, and I would like to be able to sort this by any type of brand that might be their favorite. So here's what you're going to do. I actually created another tab, and I'm going to make that tab look like the way I would like my data to be collected. So here's my empty tab, and I'm going to go ahead and add the headers that I want to filter for. All right, so I put my question at the top. This is how I like to set it up, is what am I filtering for? So I put, what brand of ice cream do you want to filter? And I'm just going to enter in here the type of filter that I want to use. And I want to look for all the responses for people who said Blue Bunny. So Blue Bunny. Great. Now, I want this table, this spreadsheet, to look like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy and then paste the headers. That way my headers are the same and all the information will be the same across here. To create the filter, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to click in this first box right here, and I'm going to enter my formula. Equals filter, parenthesis. I'm going to click to tell the computer what information I want it to give me. So click. I want it to give me the information in column A, and then we enter a comma to give it its next piece to look for, the next argument, comma. If I want it to give me information if anything in column C, anything in, oopsie there, let me backtrack that formula. I want it to give me the information in A, so my timestamp matches, if anything in column C equals, and then I'm going to go back to where I set my filter, the information that I put here in D1, and you'll see that it says D1. I'm going to close that with a parenthesis and push enter. Boom. These are all, when I filled out my form, these are all the pieces of information that if somebody answered Blue Bunny, those are the information choices they had. To expand this filter so that it fills in all of these columns, we make one slight change. Instead of saying I want form responses A to A, we're going to say we want the form responses all the way from A all the way to the end of my form to T. So let's go ahead and go back here, and we're going to change our form responses to show that we want the whole band of information to be filtered. Just click from A to T, and now look, all of our information is filtered just by people who answered Blue Bunny for the responses in column C. Now, how might that look different if I wanted to filter by a different thing? All I would do is change my formula here and say, instead of giving me what matches in C to D1, I want you to look for, and let's see, we have responses of, the question is, how much toppings would you like? So if we want to filter instead by how much toppings would you like, and see what kind of people are answering that, we can change this to medium, because that was one of the choices there. Now, my data did not work. That's because right now I'm saying, hey, I want you to look in column C. I want you to look in column C for the word medium, but the word medium never shows up in the column C. So instead, I need to redirect the information to say, hey, go search column G. So let's go in and change our filter slightly. Form responses, C, no, we don't want C anymore. We're gonna change it to G. So if anything in G, on that first form responses matches what I have in D1, should populate all of our answers. Let's hit enter and see if our filter worked. There we go. People who like A medium amount of toppings might be someone who likes Ben & Jerry, Blue Bunny, or cold. If you have questions about filters and ways that it might work for actually filtering your student data or your anecdotal notes, it's a great way to be able to capture immense amounts of data, but then also filter it down so that you can see what's useful and valuable at the time. Please let me know, and I am happy to help. Hope to see you around.